office on Front Street and in Ventura, and he had to expand. So last year we used the Ventura Senior Center. They allowed us to use their facility for the Christmas party, and it was absolutely fantastic. And he allowed me to choose another school. I chose Lincoln Elementary. I don't know if anybody knows where Lincoln Elementary is. They have a lot of homeless students there. And they're fortunate they have a young woman there who has my job, but only at Lincoln. She got a grant for the first year she did it, but she's now in her third year, I believe, and she now doesn't get paid, but she loves what she does, so she keeps doing it. So she had children and families at the Christmas party too, so there was a lot of people there. And a lot of money was gratefully laid out by this gentleman for this party. We do have, at the present time, close to 400 homeless students in the school district. And I think I just about covered it. Maybe afterwards, after our next speaker, we can add questions after that. Thank you. Yes?
How many Title I and non-Title I, well, how many estimated Title I and how many estimated non-Title I students will you have to administer?
Oh, well, close to 400.
Okay, that's the total.
That's the total number. That goes for both, like you asked, non-Title I and Title I.
This is the city of Ventura, not any...
Yes, that's just the city of Ventura. Exactly. Anything else?
Yeah.
Well, good morning, and thank you very much for coming out this morning to listen to a topic that's not exactly glamorous. There's really nothing sexy about homelessness, and just the fact that you're here and open and receptive, I think, speaks volumes to you as a people. My name is Beth Sutherland. I'm actually a freelance project manager, and a few years ago I came across an interesting job description that had to do with working on a new project called Lift Up Your Voice through the Unitarian Universalist Church of Ventura. I knew nothing about the Unitarian Church, and I had never even remotely dreamed of working with or for homelessness issues, people or otherwise. Fast forward, I applied for this particular contract, which is grant funded, and have been working on it ever since. So I'm about 2.5 years into project manager for Lift Up Your Voice. Lift Up Your Voice originated out of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Ventura, and probably a couple dozen congregants. I mean, very specifically, I can almost name those people on a few hands who are very active within their congregation, who said, you know what, enough is enough. The stereotype that's being associated with homeless individuals today is criminal. And they had a good point. What they were seeing over and over again, and of course, you back up a little bit, and the timeline, 3, 4, 5 years ago, what we've gone through economically and still are going through. So homelessness has taken on a few different looks. It's not just the guy on the street corner with the, I need money sign. It looks like a lot of different things. So these couple dozen congregants decided, okay, what's the best way we can change the stereotype of homelessness? That's not an easy thing. They sought out approximately a dozen individuals who at the time were experiencing homelessness through a variety of means, personal relationships. A couple who were actually, one was a member of the Unitarian Church and his partner, etc. But the bottom line is they sought out about 12 individuals who were willing to not only share their story, but have their photograph taken. Hopefully most of you have seen when it was here at Temple Beth Torah. What I'm referring to is the photo project. The photo project is very striking. The point of it is to be educational and again to, wow, you know, there's a middle-aged couple and their cat, and this is the picture of homelessness. So by creating the photo project and making that available to the community at large, simply on a request basis, whether it's Ventura City Hall, the Government Center, Temple Beth Torah, the Episcopal Church, the Church of the Conejo, it's been around. And the whole object is to gain the attention of at least one individual who will read at least one story and be that much more enlightened about homelessness and the stereotypes that have been associated with homelessness. So the photo project continues on. And after those couple dozen people brought that to fruition, and well, it certainly had its most successful run and continues to at the downtown library on Main Street, where librarian Mary Stewart is probably one of the most wonderful, generous, loving advocates for Lift Up Your Voice. I could go on about Mary. But so after the photo project, it was sort of like, okay, now what do we do? So there was a lot of momentum built behind the photo project, but creating an awareness and trying to change the stereotype is one thing. When some of the feedback started taking place as a result of the photo project, this group thought, you know what, we could do more. We could have a voice. We meaning whether it was a member of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Ventura, or a member of clergy, or a member of the community at large, or gosh, what a concept. If I'm experiencing homelessness, maybe they should come to the table and share their experience about homelessness with those of us who have never, ever experienced homelessness. Until Lift Up Your Voice came into the community, so to speak, that was not happening. And the that in that statement is homeless individuals, those experiencing homelessness. And I really make it a point to those experiencing homelessness as opposed to putting a label on a homeless person. Those experiencing homelessness were intentionally invited to the table. When discussions were taking place, whether it was at a Ventura City Council meeting, the 10-year strategy that Jay has mentioned, Ventura County supervisors, they have now started to attend those meetings and lift up their voices. And that's not an easy thing at all. Advocacy is a huge part of Lift Up Your Voice. To say more about what Lift Up Your Voice is, it has gone from the photo project to advocacy and empowerment, where, for an example, I will sit and work one-on-one with an individual who has expressed an interest in speaking at a city council meeting on a particular topic that is typically having to do with, the fact that there is no emergency shelter in Ventura. That's often a very good subject to have someone who is experiencing homelessness address. I will sit and work with them in terms of their public speaking, their comfort level. And I can go on about that. And it's amazing watching their transformation and just their willingness and their courage to stand up and say, I'm currently experiencing homelessness, this is my name, a little bit about themselves, and share what it is, bottom line, what is it that they are asking us for assistance, or what decision are they hoping is made at any given meeting, etc., whether it's the council or the commissioners. So besides advocacy, as you also know, we offer what is called Hidden Ventura. And hopefully I'll see some of your faces next weekend. Hidden Ventura, again, to lift up your voice, came into the community. Nobody was putting together experiences. I didn't want to correct Jay, but we do not use the word tour. This is not a tour that goes like to the zoo or